All right. Hello, everyone. It is that time of the month again. It is time for the June 2023 review. As always, I do a monthly review about how my month went and where I manage, just analysis on how we progressed or digressed and how did we do on tackling the goals that we set out for ourselves for this month. As I mentioned many times, this is something I strongly recommend for um, a lot of you out there. If you're not able to do daily goals and reflections, then try weekly goals. If not weekly, try monthly, right? I think beyond once a month, I think it's all something that we can manage to do if we set the time for ourselves. Now, I'm not saying that just do the monthly review. If you could do all of them, I think it's great personally. It's all about, the moment, the day to day, the week and the month. They're all separate points in time that you have different things that you are capable of doing within that time. And I think it really, the month for me is a big one because it really just lets me check myself properly, right? Because sometimes from the day to day things can go, you can't quite see the bigger picture, but when you zoom out to a month, you can really get a bigger idea of what happened, how you're doing overall, and mainly we have the ability to set our focus for the next month. Especially if we're feeling a little bit lost. I always feel a sense of relief and clarity when I do these videos. So really happy to be here. Sorry for the delay because we are now, well, now we're July 5th at night, but that's because technically we just finished July 4th. So, um, yeah, let's get into it. Okay, I think I will start off with the goal viewer here. So I have my colors as usual, my color codings for uh, how I'm doing in different areas. And below here I have some short-term goals and longer-term goals that I plan on doing, and this part is quite the meme, I must say, because I don't think I did any of these things in so long. But basically, the more green we get, so it goes from dark gray to red to orange to yellow to green to blue, and hopefully one day purple for something. So we started over here, and as the change goes to the end of the month, what do we see? Okay, well, for our big three, sleep has definitely improved. It was not doing that well for the first month, but then we kind of caught our second wind, and that's kind of the story of this, because if we go like in the middle, look at that. Like you see how bad it was over there? Like everything was like, look at, like, you see, and then gradually it ended up tapering down to like a dark yellow. For this, the YouTube changed towards the yellow. Why? Because I had too many days where I missed uploading the video, and I had it multiple times, at least 3 times, maybe even more, where I bunched up multiple days together for a video because I missed one, and I really don't like that. What else do we have? Dog walking is overall stayed pretty much the same. These stuff are constants that change. This is not something too concerned with. But I guess friends ended up going down, which is kind of expected because at the beginning of this month during my vacation, I ended up seeing some friends that I haven't met in a while, and I enjoyed that. I caught up with some friends, so that's why friends went good. And, it tapered back to a more normal state. Again, I would like to meet my friends more. But in the big picture, the main things, I guess, were nutrition started to suffer, fitness started to suffer, sleep kind of had, a little bit of an improvement there. Well, a little bit, I'll elaborate on that. But when I look at this, I don't look at too much of a change, to be honest, when I look at the big picture of what this shows. And that's not what we want, right? We want a big positive change in the green. We want as much green, 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 dark green, and eventually we'll be in the blue days for some of these, and I really can't wait for that. Um, but with that said, let's get into the actual important part here, which is how did we do with the goals that we set out for? So, the first one, as was always mentioned, is get sleep right. Sleep anytime earlier than 4 a.m. and wake up no later than 12 p.m. This is going to be a mild failure. Why? Because we ended up we were in a rough place sleep-wise, a very rough place at the beginning of the month, but then we recovered in the right direction. Um, Actually, I think mild failure is being a bit too nice here. I'm going to go with moderate failure because uh, it was really bad in the first week where when I was on vacation, I was just doing whatever. My sleep was so out of control. I'd wake up, at like 8 p.m., 9 p.m., very weird times. And we managed to recover towards the end where we actually had a moment for quite a few days where I was just very naturally getting tired um, early in the night and then waking up early by naturally because I did one of those adjustments where I stayed awake for like 24 hours to make it happen. Sad to say that currently we've fallen off course with that a bit here. Not too bad, but our bodies was in a place where it was naturally getting tired at like 3 a.m. and now it's not getting us tired anymore because we ended up staying up later, which is likely due to some times where I ended up streaming, I had some alcohol, and that was a factor. No pornography. This is a big one. Total failure. Absolutely zero credit to any of this. We got in a really dark place at one point during this month and during the vacation. And not long before in the month of May, we had some issues near the end of May that seems to have carried on here. And it it was again similar to what happened with our sleep, kind of getting better near the end of the month. This did improve, and we did get out of a pretty dark hole that we were in. And I do feel like I am currently definitely coming back towards where I should be with this. In fact, today marks a day where I finally had like a victory where I really resisted a temptation properly. Um, but it seems like with this, I remember when I first talked about pornography, it was like, no, zero. Zero. That means, we're not watching anymore at all for the whole month. And then it turned into we'd last a few days and then it'd come back and we'd last a few days. And now it got to the point where it's just like, let's just hope it doesn't get too bad to the point that we'll watch it, but we'll watch a very small amount. And then, at least it doesn't take too much of our day away. Um, but I don't like the idea of lowering my standards. I think that is self-defeating in a way. I still like the idea of really aspiring to get to a point where I do not look at that anymore. Again, one of the reasons I do this is because I think it's unnatural. It's something that my brain, my mind has been constantly looking at in weird ways and getting in weird places ever since I was very young, and it is a definite antagonist to me pursuing the romantic life that I would like to go towards. So that's why I have this. Anyways, phone discipline. Phone discipline, I'm gonna go with mild failure, no time on phone when you wake up or go to bed. I think, yes, we had some days where this wasn't good, but I think in the big picture, I feel like I kind of am making some steady progress. I would have liked to have made more, which is why it's not neutral or mild success. But we're going to put mild failure for this one. Again, this is another one that is very important to me. This is just failed. I did not go on a solo road trip. I will say there was a part of me that was just like, I thought of it, I think earlier today. I was like, okay, I like the idea of being in nature, going somewhere where it's beautiful. And maybe this is the problem with what technology has done, but I just saw myself getting bored so quickly. And I'm not happy about that. Like, I feel like I would have to have my phone, I'd have to watch or listen to some podcast or watch a movie or something, which makes me think that if I'm going to do a solo road trip where I want to explore nature, I want to do some things, I need to have things to do. Or I need to go with someone, but hence that can't be a solo road trip. So maybe if I find, some romantic interest or something, or maybe it could just be a friend that's interested in joining me with this. Um, I'd be that's probably what I'd do. If not, I need to find activities to do. I need to be like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I need to plan my day out because if I don't make a plan, it's not going to work. And one thing I learned about this was I kept saying I was going to do it in my vacation, but I was like, oh, I'll do it in a few days. I'll do it in a week. I'll do it in, and I never ended up doing it. So it's for that reason that learned that next time I'm just going to say, look, it's got to be this day. It's going to go from this day to this day. This is what I'm going to do each day. If I don't do that, you're just not going to do it. So that's something I learned from that. Set up rock climbing hold. We are doing it tomorrow. Okay, we are going to do it tomorrow. Make conscious effort in romantic advancement. I'm going to say mild failure. I did have some moments where things kind of went good, but I still feel like my mind mentally, especially with the way my mind was at with the pornography, made me slip away from this, and I didn't really take that many opportunities to do it. I still struggle with having that just ability to, I guess, flirt or just start talking to someone. But I know I can do it, and I know the moment that I start getting the ball rolling, things are fine. It's just I don't know, I psych myself out mentally. Good work performance. I'm gonna go with um, neutral, neutral for this. We started improving. Actually, hold on. Good work. I mean, it was for half of the month. It didn't matter. So I'm gonna go with mild success, I guess. Especially near the end, I feel like I did finish stronger, and I did like where my focus was at. I did feel like I was enjoying my job more, and I feel like my mind right now, I had a really good shift at work. So I feel like, yeah, we could give ourselves a bit of a pound back on that Twitch touch up. Uh, shit, total failure. I just say what it is. It didn't do anything. YouTube thumbnails failed. These are not, I'm not going to put milder for Twitch touch up. I didn't even do anything with my Twitch. I didn't change anything at all about what I was doing with my Twitch, whether it's the animations, the emotes, the anything. I just didn't do anything that I know I can do. Like if I spend an hour or two, in a day, I could get some things done, and I just never ended up setting the time to do that. Have multiple days during vacation of focused, pure fun and relaxation. This is unfortunate, but I'm gonna go with honestly just neutral even. I don't even, it's either neutral or mild failure. I did not really have days. I don't know, my days were very unfortunately on the phone or a lot of the, not a lot of the time, but just I don't know, just in a weird place because my sleep was so out of control that I never would just have a day. I think I maybe had like one day where I really like played a game or I watched an anime for a long time and yeah. Accomplishments, nothing. Nothing accomplishments. So it's fair to say, looking at all of this, especially compared to our last months, that this was probably our worst month to date. Yep. I mean, what else can I say about this? There's nothing. There's nothing for me to mention, I think, beyond, what what the facts are there in what it is. Um, a big part of it was that again during the first half where our sleep was completely out of control, we were, I feel like, at a disadvantage to be able to do things. But then when I started work again, uh, you know, yes, we kind of started catching back up with some of the sleep, but the pornography and the sleep, I think it's crazy because I really think that these two things and this, the first three things I'm saying here, they all have an effect on the rest of everything here. You know, if If my sleep is out of control, I feel lazy, I feel weird, I don't have the right energy, and I feel defeated in a way, and it takes away my day from me, and that takes away time from doing this. No pornography, similar in a way, it's taking away my energy and my attention from other things and spending hours a day on, things that are just not healthy and dopamine taking. It reduces my motivation towards doing other things. And then the phone discipline. The more time I spend on my phone just doing whatever when I wake up or before I go to sleep, I'm taking away time that could be used towards these other things. So that's why, again, these are the triple right now. These are the three things that I'm really looking at more now. So with that said, that's June 2023 and what happened. Let's talk about the future, right? Because yes, we slipped. We're definitely in a down position over what happened here. Let's now find a way, and you can do this with me too if you want, wherever you are. I'm July 5th right now, but you could be anywhere. It doesn't matter where you plan your next month out. From this point onward, if you want, let's say I don't know, you're September 21st or 22nd, whatever, you can say, okay, this is what my October goals are going to be. So you have that in wherever you are, uh, and just do it with me. So here I'm going to write July 2023 goals. Awesome. So first thing, what we're going to do is we're going to say what it is, and we're going to elaborate a little bit if needed. So what are we going to put in? And try to do this in order priority. Uh, I want to change it a little bit. I don't like just saying, I said get sleep right before. Let's go um, healthy sleep. What does this mean? Uh, Going to sleep before 4 p.m. or by 4 p.m. and waking up by 12:30 p.m. Um, and waking up by 12 p.m. Yeah, let's just put it that way. What else do we have? So I'm looking here. Pornography. We're gonna go no pornography, no pictures, videos, um, uh, what? No pictures, videos, uh, even even just typing something in the search bar, right? Nothing, nothing, nothing. What else? Let me put like a two space between these here. In a way, I really think those three, they really are important. So I'm going to say it again. I'm going to go uh, good phone discipline, limit to 15 minutes. Actually, I don't like the idea of looking at my phone at night. It's not good. I don't like that idea at all. I was going to say I'm going to go with limit to 15 minutes after waking up, uh, but that's it. And no looking at phone before bed. Another one, nutrition. Stable meals, but also having healthier dinners because right now my dinners have been terrible. I've been like eating just ordering food or making, microwavable stuff like, frozen pizza, frozen lasagna, frozen chicken Alfredo, like just only when my mom ends up having food ready do I eat something that's okay. And this is just not acceptable to me. So we have been generally having good breakfasts and a good middle meal that I've been having, but our dinners have not been good at all. So it's for the reason my headset is going to die any moment, by the way, right now, and I'm going to have to reconnect it. I like how I noticed that. Um, Nutrition. Let's go with healthy nutrition. But yeah, healthier dinners. Let me cook some pasta. Let me cook some tacos again. Let me try another meal. Let's advance our cooking department. What else do we have here? Um, For main job, oh, I like this one a lot. Yeah, see, I called it there. For our main job, we're going to go with uh, uh, absolutely solid work performance. And I know exactly what that means. I'm not going to elaborate. I don't feel like giving too many details about my job and what's there, but I know the metrics that I care about. YouTube, we're going to go no uploading, no missing any days, no more combining days together. Twitch, uh, improve slash update Twitch emotes, alerts, animations, channel point rewards, um, and yeah. And what else do we have? Rock climbing we're doing great with. Family, I don't have anything family that I particularly feel like adding right now as a because I could add a lot of things I want to work on, but I'm trying to stay to what I want for this month. It's important to not apply too many things. Um, oh, I do want to improve the romantic area, so let's do some of that. Let's say, um, ask ask a girl out on a date. Let's do it. Ask a girl out on a date. It's starting small, but let's just have it that way. Um, Simple. Another simple goal that we'll have, set up rock climbing hold. Oh my goodness, I can't believe how long it's been taking that I've been talking about this and not doing it. What else do I have? I think I had one more thing I was thinking of. Another like simple task that I can do. Ask a girl out on a date, set up rock climbing hold. Um, hmm. Oh, I think I was going to say, which is a big one actually. Yeah, this is it. 1 year of improvement vlogging review. Yes, this is the month that we are going to officially have been doing 1 month of these videos every day for the most part, and we're going to have that done. So I think I'm going to leave it there. There isn't anything else. Again, this is basically trying to focus on our foundation here. I don't think I need to talk about fitness right now. Overall, these are the things that I feel good about, that I feel important to me. I want to talk about having these dinners that I'm not having. That these three I think are just so important. Um, I don't want to, I care about not missing any days. I want to still do something for my Twitch because my Twitch has really been getting dry lately. I want to ask out a girl. These are all perfect. I think this is actually a really nice set of things, even if most of it is somewhat similar, pretty similar to what I had before. So I will leave it at that. That is the plan for July to come up. Again, it feels good to have these there. And one thing that I've still been struggling with is I want to start my weeks where I have a look at this, where I pull out this notepad and I go, what are we going to really work on this week? Let's try to have 3 goals for our week where I really get something down and I can track how good am I doing in all of these areas. So we have them laid out. We've, you know, we've we've put them through and we're set. So I guess to finish off this video and this review overall, um, I hope that if you feel like you are going through bad times, especially in your improvement journey where you feel like maybe you've made a lot of progress, then you've slipped back and you've regressed and all of this. First of all, as I've said many times, change is an extremely difficult thing to do, especially if you're trying to change things that you've been doing for years or decades. It's very hard to get your brain to move from that because it's so used to it. Your brain likes things being consistent and steady, and you really need to push to get it out. You know, when they talk about a habit taking 21 days or whatever to establish, that's 21 days of constant fighting and going like, no, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna push it. And another big part that I haven't spoken too much on that's come to mind is having people, to friends or someone in family, doesn't matter who, have someone along this way that you can have that sense of accountability with, that can check up on you, that cares about you. I have a friend that I talk to that really got me to start this, and it is very helpful to have someone like that, or even more people that can do this, that kind of keep you in check. How are you doing? How's that thing you were saying that you were doing? Little pushes, and even the more aggressive, there's like, nope, we're going to do this now, right? Having someone to do that. Obviously we'd like to say, no, I'm going to be the one that's just going to power through it, but we're all human and we all have our moments. And as much as you can have these times where you feel ultra motivated to do so many things, that doesn't last long. And it's all about trying to remind yourself every day about how this thing is meaningful to you, because I think the reason why I slipped up in a lot of these things is that there's parts of me that go, it's not that important. And that's when, I find those daily affirmations, I kind of find them cringy. And I don't hope no one's like bothered by the fact that I said that, but just, I don't know, there's something that's silly to me about the idea of getting up in the day and just saying, I am going to be my own boss today, or whatever it is. I'm not trying to make fun of anyone right now. That's not my goal. That's not the goal of this channel at all. But, and my point being is, I think those are helpful because what you're doing is you're reminding yourself, hey, this is my goal. This is what I said I was going to do. This is what I'm going to do. So those kind of reminders are important because, again, your brain for months, years, and decades hasn't been really focusing on changing things. And if you want to really force it and go, no, I want to change this about me, I want this thing, you need to remind yourself of it. Otherwise, your brain's going to go back into autopilot mode when it wasn't thinking about those things. So the more in your face you can get about caring about these and making it not available to dodge it, right? Like not being able to look away from what you have. I have this sticky note here that, it's something. I always notice it from time to time, and it says, think about how awesome it feels when you stick to your foundation. Maybe I should be a little bit more specific with my wording there, but it feels so good when my sleep is in order, when my fitness is in order, with my eating and nutrition is in order, when I eat well, I slept well, my mind's clear from any pornographic ideas or whatever that is, and I just feel alive. I feel like doing things. I feel like going out. I feel like doing all those things. That's what I talk about, a foundation, and that's the foundation that makes all these other things that I would like to do easier, because it really is about momentum and getting that ball rolling. Like once you really have things in check, because if you don't have those things in check, doing certain things are just a lot harder. Like take the idea of me asking a girl out on a date. Let's compare two worlds. One where my sleep is out of control, masturbating to porn like constantly, I'm on my phone all the time, my mind's weird and hazy. Do you think when I go rock climbing or something that I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go ask her out, right? But when I got my things in control, right, I slept well today, I feel good, I'm gonna get rock climbing, you guys stand up straight, I feel like I got all that energy with me. There's a part of me that's just gonna be like, hey, I've done all this, why can't I just ask a girl out, right? Like it builds your confidence in what you can do mentally there, but also just like the physical health, right? The biological, I don't know, health of just feeling good, the hormones and how they process with having a good meal inside of you, with sleeping well. Like these things take it's such a big change. Anyways, I think I'm kind of going a little bit in circles here. I didn't expect the video to go as long as I did here. But I hope you guys took something from this. Again, I'm always going to do this every month. Look forward to the year in review, because that's going to be a massive video that I'm going to talk about, which I have some ideas on. And yeah, it's all about just Um, continuing, I have no plans on stopping at all. So look forward to the next month, which will be the July 2023 review. We'll see how we did, and I really want this month now. No more vacation, no more nothing. We have our work, we have everything, our schedule is in order. Let's really have a month that we'll both enjoy and be proud of. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you as usual in the next one.